They'll start this drive out on the ground. Uses the stiff arm. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one going for a gain of 11. First down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored today, does he need to build a new trophy room?
Yeah. A couple trophy rooms. Maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you,
now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Ooh, the juke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Josh McDaniels, he had his mind made up on that one. He disagrees, and he'll throw the challenge flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Again, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case,
the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. And quickly they get to the line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And
Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Broncos offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And the focal point of the offense, as it's been all year, is this man at running back. They'll start the drive with Harris. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
A great play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build.
Here's Harris powering forward. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This is Harris. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
117 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Harris pushes past him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding it.
Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Harris.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
They'll run again with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Harris. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Harris running straight ahead. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They find some open field here. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A great effort there. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run again with Harris. And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Broncos have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play?
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. And some.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On the give, this is Harris. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. The Broncos offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And all eyes on this man, their star running back. They'll start the drive with Harris. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's got room past the 20. 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They hand this off to Harris, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They'll try the right side with Harris. Room here to run. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Harris. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And they're going to speed things up here. This is Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And some room to roam now. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And now they're in the hurry up. First down, and they go back to Harris. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. They'll run again with Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Takes it to about the 37. Now the offense moving quickly to the line. Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Harris. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. This is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A give to Harris. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3. Down to the 38. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll run with Harris, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Broncos about set to go on offense. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. On the give, this is Harris.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They find some open field here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a... And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better...
And Denver getting set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Shoves him away. And they're knocking on the door now, as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
So the Broncos coming out now. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover free.
Now on the to take on the Steelers.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 14 of the NFL on
The Broncos offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game.
just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total scary. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got some space here. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Broncos respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Harris. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Seven, our score after 1. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Harris is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And some space here. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the ground, it's Harris. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll start the drive with Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone. Don't you get... The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of 4 on first. And that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So we have come to... All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Harris. He stiff arms him. And they're going to have this across midfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Harris running straight ahead. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2nd and 7. Now Harris. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Denver's offense now set to go. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from the 20. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores. They'll start on the ground with Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Chris Jones, the all-pro defensive tackle, there to make the play defensively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run again with Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak. Obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the 4th quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees.
the Broncos about set to go on offense.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they put in a lot of backups to do it, and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And some room to maneuver. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there.
There we go.
13-0 start as they extend their lead here.
Hey, by the way, Henry and Brett, y'all some assholes.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Well, not you, bro.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
Ooh.
And he's got room.
Ooh. Ooh.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, they...
Hold on 1 second. There we go. Now I'll be able to see what y'all saying.
Coaches also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
So the Broncos coming out now. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing one. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did, and it's probably a capper to everything that was said during the week because they go over every eventuality. I mean, you know how coaches are. They want to cover every minute detail all the way up to how much time does it take to walk from the locker room to the field. You name it. When it all comes together and results in a victory, everyone feels pretty good about that.
Well, the I's were dotted, the T's were crossed in this one for them. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. A give to Harris. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
70.
Well, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up
like
that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play...
What I'm looking at, training crap for my internship, so you better not be saying me.
Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll look to regroup.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Broncos offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And we'll be watching the performance of this backfield, most notably this man, the veteran at running back. He had the game to end all games last week, did he not? I mean, every time we looked up, it seemed like he was in the end zone.
And let's face it, I didn't want to look up. I was enjoying what I was seeing on the field. Now, it's highly unlikely that he does it again, that type of a game. But maybe a couple of touchdowns? I think that's within reach.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
They cannot catch me.
67 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Your table, please. Don't steal it. Here, hand it here. Knight, get up and take this to your table. Here, take this to your table. With 2 hands. With 2 hands. 2 hands. Just come back and get it whenever you put down your on your table. Alright. Alright, you can get back up here now. I ain't gonna lay your head on me.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
On second down, this is Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 105 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They run with Harris.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on second down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. They'll run again with Harris. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Harris running straight ahead and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Harris. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. And quickly they get to the line. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 168 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Wilson on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game.
The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we've got some intriguing matchups in prime time. Tonight, Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay.
Fights through him. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beck. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver.
To throw is Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. From 13 yards out.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is north of 200 yards any time that you can say you're... Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They run again with Harris. And a loose football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Room here to run. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Boy, 227 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Harris. And he is into the end zone. 25 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him when he's caught 1 as
well. We get another look now at this Broncos offense. But they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. And just a yard to go here on second down.
Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, this was basically just an exhibition game.
This is what we've been waiting for. You're about to match up with a DB in the 99 club. But nobody can hold you. Keep your feet fast, your mind ready. Let's go. Keep your head on the swivel and those feet ready to move. You're about to match up with a D lineman in the 99 club, and he can bring a lot of pain. Might want to get the ice bath ready, too.
Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams taking on Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams.
The Broncos offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And some room to roam now. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They hand this off to Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris will score. Touchdown, Broncos. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for the...
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And some room to work. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his second touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll start the drive with Harris. They find some open field here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. Doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
247 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And, Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is a Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
This is Harris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, this is Harris.
And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run with Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Harris running straight ahead.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll try to run with Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having...
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Gets around him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. He continues to be dominant running the football. I mean, keep feeding him, right?
Yeah, you should, because what he's put up already is really like a 2-game total. Give him a lot of credit, but give the rest of the offense credit as well. The big guys up front and the receivers on the perimeter, everyone's getting involved blocking people downfield.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And some space here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
Second and goal from inside the 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Harris starts the drive on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. A give to Harris. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Harris. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run again with Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, here's Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They hand this off to Harris, and he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking,
Denver's offense now set to go. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Broncos, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.
Keith.